You are Eric, a farmer in northern Umbria, living a quiet life until the longships appeared on the horizon. They came at dawn, when mist still clung to the river. By noon, your village was ash. They burned your home. They killed your father when he tried to fight back with a pitchfork. They chained you and threw you into the belly of a ship. Now you row. Your hands are blistered and bleeding. Your back is striped with scars from the overseer's whip. You pull the oar in rhythm with 50 other broken men. Below deck the smell is unbearable. Sweat, blood, vomit, and human waste. You eat scraps, stale bread, fish guts when you're lucky. You sleep chained to the bench. You are cargo that happens to be useful. The Vikings don't hate you. They barely notice you. You are a tool, like the oar in your hands. If you stop rowing, they throw you overboard. If you try to escape, they cripple you and make you crawl for the rest of your life. Some thralls are sold in markets and sent to places like Dublin. Some are worked to death on frozen Scandinavian farms. Some are sacrificed to the gods. But a few, a very few, become something else. You row harder than anyone. You learn their language. One day a warrior named Bjorn Styrbjornsson notices you. He studies your eyes. Then he cuts your chains and hands you a spear. You are no longer property. Level 2, the freedman. You are free now, but freedom does not mean respect. You have no land, no family, no reputation. You are a former slave, and everyone remembers it. You cannot speak at the assembly. You cannot claim justice if a noble wrongs you. Your life is worth less than theirs. You attach yourself to a warrior named Torvald the Red. You carry his gear. You guard the ship. You clean the blood after battles. You get the scraps of plunder. A broken coin, a dented helmet, a rusty blade. But you watch. You learn how warriors fight. You learn who leads well, and who runs when things go bad. And when the next raid is called, you volunteer, because you have nothing to lose. Level 3, the Bondi, free farmer. Years pass. Now you are Eric of the Fjord, a small landowner. You farm a patch of rocky soil. You have a wife, 2 children, but when Jarl Sigvard calls for a raid, you answer. A man who refuses the call is marked a coward. You bring your own weapons. A spear, a hand axe, a wooden shield your grandfather once carved. You stand in the shield wall beside hardened warriors. You are terrified. They see it, so they put you in the second row. Your job is simple, push. When the front line locks shields with the enemy, you shove forward with all your strength. If the man in front of you dies, you take his place. Your first battle is chaos. Steel ringing, men screaming, blood everywhere. You barely remember what happened. But somehow, you survive. Level 4, the Drengr, honored warrior. Now people know your name. You are Eric Stormhand, a warrior of reputation. The word Drengr means a brave man. You have scars that tell stories. A deep cut on your forearm from a Saxon in East Anglia. An arrow scar on your thigh from a raid in Ireland. When you enter the mead hall, men make space for you. Young warriors want to row beside you. You own real war gear now. A fine sword, a mail shirt, a helmet with a nose guard. Even Jarl Sigvard knows your name. And he begins giving you harder missions. Dangerous ones. Level 5, the herdman. You are chosen for the herd, the Lord's personal war band. Now you live in the Jarl's hall. You eat his food, wear his colors. You train every day, sword drills at dawn, shield formations in the afternoon, wrestling and archery at night. These men are your brothers now. You have bled together, killed together. When the Jarl goes to war, you are the spear tip. You are the first through the gates, and the world begins to fear your name. Level 6, the Berserker. But war changes men. You become something else. Before battle, you enter a terrible fury. Maybe it is ritual, maybe it is madness. You bite the edge of your shield. You howl like a wolf. Men whisper your name now. Eric Wolfblood. You charge before the shield wall forms. You feel no fear. You break the enemy's will. But even your allies keep their distance. Because they are not sure if the monster will turn on them next. Level 7, the Steersman. Time tempers your fury. Now you guide ships across the endless sea. You can read the stars. You smell land before anyone sees it. Bird patterns, wave shapes, currents. All secrets known only to master navigators. You guide ships to rich monasteries and hidden rivers. Without you, they would all die in the gray Atlantic. Now captains fight to have Eric the Pathfinder aboard their ships. Level 8, Ship Captain. Eventually you command your own longship. The Sea Wolf. 60 warriors follow you. You choose the targets. You decide when to fight. Success brings treasure. Failure brings death. A captain must be brave, but never foolish. Level 9, Chieftain. Years pass. You now rule a small district. 3 longships sail under your banner. Farmers pay you tribute. You settle disputes. You command battles from the hills while younger men fight. You are building power. Carefully. Too strong, and the Jarls fear you. Too weak, and they ignore you. Level 10, the Jarl. Eventually you become Jarl Eric Stormhand. Dozens of ships follow your banner. Kings pay tribute to avoid your raids. Gold rings circle your arms. Skalds sing of your victories. But power brings enemies. Rival Jarls watch you. Even your own sons dream of your throne. Level 11, the King. At last you unite the Jarls. Through war, through marriage, through alliances, you become King Eric of the Northern Sea. You no longer raid, you conquer. You rule lands across the ocean. But kingship demands something terrible. You must abandon the old ways. The wild raider becomes a ruler of laws. And sometimes you wonder if the sea still remembers your name. Level 12, the Legend. Years later you die, but your story does not. Skalds sing of Eric Wolf Blood, the slave who became king. Your battles grow larger with every telling. Soon they say you fought giants. Soon they say the gods themselves watched you. Your bones turn to dust, but your name becomes immortal. And every time a young warrior lifts a sword and whispers your name, you live again.